Yeah, no, go ahead, buddy. Take your time, brother. We got this. Just waiting on some people, Tom.
Now everybody's getting drinks.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You need beverages. You got to hydrate. What's up, everybody?
Yes, gotta stay hydrated.
I'm trying to do the intro of the show, Matthew. Can you please be quiet? This is a professional show, unlike anybody else we know.
Why are we late?
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life BBQ Podcast, coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's the podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. All right, guys, we got a hell of a show tonight, so let's get into it. Tonight's episode brought by Uncle Steve Shake. What can Uncle Steve amazing 18 amazing players. The original, the magic ribs name. Uncle Steve, he was all mixing the shake, he's bottom shaky, shaking the whole nine. He's answering phone calls. Get an email from him. You call in, you're getting, he's answering. Unbelievable. Work with you to get whatever flavor profiles you're looking for. He just wants you to be happy. Check him out at UncleSteveShake.com and also follow along on Facebook at Uncle Steve Shake Nation. Uncle Steve Shake, shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, Diamond, Rice City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an incredible job. The selection of proteins unmatched. Thickness cut, he's got you covered. If for some reason you're looking for something he doesn't have, he'll work with you to get it in so you can get all your plans taken care of. Fresh produce brought in daily. For all us comp and backyarders, got us covered to multiple lines of rubs, sauces, seasonings, injections, products, splits, chunks, chips, pellets. The new line of Joe's Market seasonings. And while you're there, if you're a little hungry, Gabriel's got you covered too. Gabriel's mom's behind the counter, whipping up some of the freshest, authentic Mexican cuisine out there. So grab yourself, sit down, talk to the boy, make a friend, and enjoy the barbecue life that we all love. And so that's Joe's Meat Market, Rice City, Texas. Swing in, tell them I sent you. And remember, Joe's Meat Market for the win. Now, also brought to you by the Champions Barbecue Alliance, Big Dog Sauce Company, and Matt's Backyard Barbecue. The New England Triple Crown is here. It is officially comp week. Go. Is going to stay open till 6 p.m. Eastern Time on.
I guess we lost him.
Yeah, it's lagging real bad. I got people watching back home, and they're like, "It's bad."
I don't know if we're still live, but
we're live still
until he comes back.
Now, signups are going to stay open until 6 p.m. on Friday of the event. So if anybody wants to sign up at the last minute, got nothing else to do, just come on up.
Awesome. How many teams
and,
you got signed up?
Hopefully Johnny be back soon.
Yeah, we could keep
right now. We have 18 teams. 18 teams signed up, so it is definitely a qualifier. We've got teams from Canada, you guys from Texas.
Awesome.
And all across New England. Everybody's pretty excited.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're excited to go up there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Where the
First,
hell did everybody go?
oh, we still here.
We're still
Yeah,
here. Where the
you.
hell are you?
Y'all know how many you have in the kids queue so far? Is it kind of a, or how do y'all run y'all's
Kids
kids
Q.
queue up there?
Can
This
anybody
is
in the
new for
chat?
us
Can
with the
you guys still
CBA.
hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
we
It
hear
you,
you,
says
John.
I'm
man.
still
Yes,
live.
we can hear you, John.
Yeah, we hear you. He has that.
What you smoking barbecue? Thank you, sir.
It's John is lagging really bad. It's gonna cut you out again, brother.
Oh, we're gonna play this freaking game.
Matt, what were you saying about the kids queue?
Kids Q. It's a new thing. We usually just have backyard Kids Q events up here in New England.
Mm-hmm.
So this is new for the kids up here. We
Nice.
in Vermont we have 2 kids only, but in Rhode Island the following weekend I think we're up to like
Okay.
6 or 7 right now. So
Oh, cool.
it's catching on. It's catching on
Yeah,
Hmm.
because
and
it's
it
new.
will.
Because we're doing the futures of Q,
Yeah,
so that it's chicken wings. They're doing chicken wings, steaks, and pork chops in all of our
yeah.
events, whereas they're accustomed to doing like muffins, uh, bacon, things like that. So
Got you.
this is different for them. A lot of them.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's
Big. High school barbecue is taking off big time down here too.
it is,
There's a
man.
lot of high schools getting into that.
Yeah, it is, man. Actually, for one of my classes, I have a barbecue class coming up pretty soon, and I donated two of the spots to a barbecue high school team in from Fort Sam. I know the coach. He was like, "Man, we struggling." I was like, "Man, just I gave two spots to the kids, so they excited. Just like you said, man, they want to cook, but they just don't know the basics of it." And I said,
Yeah,
"Man, I'm having a class. Come on down." So,
Right.
um, and
it's
y'all
a
know my
big difference
daughter.
learning. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, and my daughter, she's one of the ambassadors too, but she's
For sure.
not going to the Vermont cook-off, but she will be at the Rhode Island one. Just because my sister's having a baby shower that Sunday and she really wants to participate in it, and see her cousins. So she's gonna go
There you go.
uh participate in that. So
Yeah,
yeah, brother, I didn't mean to cut
it's
you off.
good that they're. I think it's great that they're taking it into high school.
Oh,
Um,
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
there's so many kids that don't do
Yeah.
sports or can't do animals. You can live in town and
Mm-hmm.
barbecue. You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully,
uh,
we've been trying to get it in there up here, but it's a tough road up here to get it done. But we do have a
Mm-hmm.
couple of high schools that are trying it out. So hopefully we'll eventually get to not where Texas is today, but we'll get pretty close eventually.
Yeah, man.
yes, sir.
All you got to
You
do is
know.
just
Yes,
get it started, man. That's like my mentality
Exactly.
is like at the gym. It just takes one day, and that's all it needs, and then you just keep on going from there. My daughter actually wants to start it in this school that she's in right now. They don't have it, so and that's one of the things. The futures of barbecue, man. We talk about it all the time. Is watching these kids. Bobby Ray down here. He did pretty well at the San Antonio rodeo. It's great to see it. They just had last week in Kansas, they had their big event over there. I'm not familiar with the team who won it, but I mean, we just love to see. I love to see the high school kids and kids in general just continue to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to expanding the kids queue up here.
Nice.
It's exciting. My granddaughter loves to do it, and
Hmm.
so we're doing 6 events and 6 kids queues. So hopefully, by the time we get to the last one, we have
Hmm.
double-digit kids cooking.
for sure.
Nice.
It's no different than anything else. Just schools got to have the the higher ups that want to do it. Same as the parents, man. They got to
Yeah,
be willing to take these kids and get
Correct.
them out. You know, um, but barbecuing's expensive, but it ain't expensive as other things they can get
Other
into.
sports, yep,
You know,
that's the truth.
yeah,
uh,
definitely.
Are you back, Johnny? We stalled for like good 8 minutes. If not, we could keep stalling and talk barbecue.
Yeah, it's kicked me off twice. I don't know what the hell. This is freaking ridiculous.
you've been lagging pretty good, even in your
Yeah, pretty
intro.
bad. You wasn't when we were just talking, but as soon as you went live. it's been lagging pretty bad.
You're doing pretty good now, though.
All right,
Oop,
so
probably when I say
roll.
something.
So did everybody introduce themselves, Matt? Did you take the reins on this?
Not yet. Everybody knows Carlos for the most part, but we'll start with Buddy.
Okay.
Buddy,
Yes.
introduce yourself. Tell us how you got into barbecue.
What's up, y'all? I'm Buddy, Big Boys Barbecue. We're out of the Brenham, Texas area, right in between Houston and Austin. Uh, man, I've backyard barbecued for a long time. I'm gonna say 10 years or more. And around here, we have a lot. I would say we have 10 or 12 backyards a year. That's been going on for Lord since I was a kid. Um, my friends' parents used to win them. It's just what we do around here. I really honestly coming up in July. There's a cook off at the barbecue store. It's an
Hmm.
IBCA event called Buckles and Badges. That was my first sanctioned cook off I did ever. So I'm
Nice.
coming up. I'm just coming up on a year of doing sanctioning cook offs. So we've had pretty good luck. I kind of jumped in. Carlos will tell you I got kind of a large trailer. I kind of jumped in feet first, man. When I loved it. When I get into something, man, it's feet first.
Yeah.
And man, I did that, and I can't. I did it out of a fifth wheel for a while. And man, going around seeing all these porch trailers and all these guys, man, it just made it a lot simpler. A lot more simple, I should say. And man, I started looking around. Of course, I'm not gonna go small, so I have a monster of a trailer that we pull around now. It's a big red billboard.
Hmm.
Um, but man, I got the itch. I got my first GC a couple months ago. RGC the weekend before GC that weekend. So once that happened, it's just been downhill.
Hmm.
It's funny. I got that big trailer. My second comp with it, I RGC'd. My third comp with it, I GC'd. So I tell everybody, at least it makes it look like that trailer wasn't so ridiculous to get.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh, nice.
I even had a guy walk up. We were
Nice.
down south by the coast, and the guy walked up. He's like, "Man, you got to win a lot of these contests to pay for this trailer." I said, "I didn't get this trailer. I didn't go to contests to pay for this trailer. I can tell you that." I said, "But it sure makes it a lot easier."
Yeah.
But man, I just got into it, man. People that's been in it a long time, I'll be the first to tell you, Dustin, Robert, man, them guys have been. They're good people for barbecue all the way around. Not just myself, man. You call them. I don't care if you're a veteran in the game. You just got in it. You can call them guys, or they'll tell you what you know, what they know. I took Robert's class back in December. That absolutely boosted what I was doing for sure. Um, why Dustin? He just made his peaching ain't easy. That's been his go to for a long time, especially on chicken. And now everybody gets to use it. It's been doing really well. Man, Robert's got those dumps. Those guys, they've been doing a long time, and they're giving back now, and it's pretty cool for guys like me. There's a lot of I've only been doing it a year, so I still don't
Yeah.
know all these flavor pro. These guys have cooked through all the different flavor profiles. They're redoing stuff they did 15, 20 years ago. And it's
Yeah.
starting to hit again. I'm new, so it's cool to watch. Pick those guys' brains, especially. You get something in them. Like I said, I'm all about questions. I'll be the first guy to ask you 20 questions about something until I can get it down right. You know,
For sure.
and I think all of barbecues like that. Anybody can walk up to Carlos's trailer. He's like, "Hey man, here, you need
Hmm.
some help? Do this. Try this. You know." Um, and
No,
that's how it
100.
is, man. That's what I hope I get to be. And I think that's just the life of barbecue. At least down here it is.
That's it. That's it. Obviously we all know Robert, and listening to him on the different shows in the past, he says something very interesting with his classes and everything. He refers to it as building engines, rebuilding engines,
That's
because
it.
he'll have a class and everyone will start hitting with that.
Hmm.
He's got to go rebuild another program, so rebuild another engine,
Hey, I'm
and
I'm that guy. I did
and
it.
that, yeah,
I took
and
his
that
class, and
works.
I can ask him anything. I'll be like, "Hey, what'd you do with that chicken this time?" It won't be a single thing he did at the class. I'm like, "That's not what you taught me." He's like, "Yeah, I put a new motor in it." He's like, "We
Put a
all
new
can't run
motor
the
in it.
same thing, you know.
Yep.
Yep.
You can't
Put a
have
new
everybody
motor
turning
in
the
it.
same stuff, you know." But like I told him, man, I don't think anybody ever uses a class 100%. It's more for me. It was more techniques. I
Hmm.
know what
Yeah.
tastes good, you know. I know what people like. Everybody knows what people. You know if something's good, if something's not good. You know, it's more learning how to do it. Learning what to do on the cutting board. Stuff like that can really make or break you. Is what I learned. And like I said, man, those guys are open books. They're not going to be like, yeah, well, if you ask them, they're like, man, cut it like this, lay it out like this.
Hmm.
Not when I RGC'd, honestly. Robert Rocha, who has the So Smoking Gooder show,
Yep.
he was parked next to me. I said, man, Rob, I'm nervous about this pork. I can't. I tried to trim one of these monies. It's not coming out right. I said, you got any tips? He came in my trailer, showed me one. He's like, man, this is how I do
Hmm.
it. This is what I do. I beat him in pork.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey,
But he was the first one to shake my hand. He's like, man,
yep. I
right
would
there.
say not to cut you off, brother, but I
No,
mean I
you
got my
good.
own stuff. But Robert Rocha, like the first time, shout outs to him. I was set up next to him at this past weekend, and we just traded little, just techniques or whatever, just talking. But the first time I cooked pork, it was at Traders Village, San Antonio, and he was like, "Man, just look at my video." It was one of the videos that he did on YouTube. Man, I did. I looked. I had my phone up there, and he was like, "Oh, make sure you do, this, this, and this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." When he was telling me, I didn't understand it, but when I was watching the video, I did. First place pork
That's it.
out of like 100 plus
Yeah.
teams, so
But he's the first
yeah,
person to come and shake your hand and tell you,
first person. Yep.
congrats.
Mhm.
No, absolutely, absolutely. All right, then there is one gentleman that has not yet been introduced and introduced
Mhm.
himself, and we are all looking forward to being joined by this young man. I know myself, Matt, and Carlos had the honor and privilege of meeting in person last year in Rhode Island at the Rhode Island Barbecue Championship. And I have known him through email. Uh, God, maybe since he was 12, 13. And he is, like I've been telling everybody, he is an absolute sponge for barbecue. His knowledge is crazy. He knows everybody right off the bat. You say a name,
Mhm.
oh, buddy, Big Boy's barbecue. He's got it. He's a huge supporter of all of us, all our shows and friends, and it's so great that it all worked out, and we get him not only for Vermont, not only Rhode Island, but also New Hampshire, the entire Triple Crown, the man, the myth,
Mhm.
the legend from Meaty B's Barbecue, my man, our brother, Braden. What's up, dude?
What is going on? I have been waiting to do this for so long.
Well, here's your
Oh,
shot, brother. And
oh my God.
and before you start, we actually have a message here in the chat from someone I think you might know, a young man by the name of Declan Cassidy. I
Yes,
go to school with Braden. Let's go, my friend. I look forward to hearing all about it tomorrow and can't wait to see what you do in the barbecue world in the future. That's some
Declan,
support, brother.
Declan, thank you so much. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's do this. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's
There-
go, brother.
If there's
So,
anybody else listening right now, comment in the chat and we'll know. And we'll know.
absolutely. Oh,
But cheers, boys.
Cheers. I got my drink for you. There you go, smoking lows.
Cheers,
That's it.
brother. Cheers. Kevin Hernandez, what's up? Jen Lee, darling, how are you? Rye, what's happening? Stephen Pfeiffer, sorry, he's got bad service. He can't get on. That's all right, brother. We miss you, but we'll be all together soon enough.
Hmm.
Yeah. But so, Braden,
Yes,
you're 17 years old.
I'm
You've
17.
you've been emailing me and following my show
Yep.
for at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
How did
It'll be.
go ahead?
No, go ahead.
How long have you been into and following barbecue?
Oh my goodness. I have been. The first channel I watched was the Barbecue Pit Boys,
Uh huh.
and I think that was like 2016 ish. I think I was like 10 ish when I started, or 9 or 8. I think it was 8, to be honest with you. Mom, I know you're probably in the chat. If you can comment, just let me know how long I've been in barbecue. How long I've been eating the barbecue. But
So
yeah.
so that's been quite a while. But with you being, a young man and then starting following it, at such an early age, what started that? Like you said, 10 years old, you know, you're doing, video games, movies, things like that. What sparked you to like search barbecue?
Um. So if I'm trying to remember right, I got on and it's been a while, so it's kind of hard to remember, but I can try to remember. So I've been in barbecue. I started searching up like cooking with shotgun ready, another channel. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. But then on the side of the screen, you know how when you're watching a video, on the side of the screen, they had multiple other videos.
Uh huh.
And I saw one on the Barbecue Pit Boy. And I'm like, hold on, let me click this. And as soon as I clicked that video, I was locked in.
Okay.
And honestly, I was a fan of the Barbecue Pit Boys now, but I'm not anymore.
Okay. Things change, and you won't get into new and following new stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, brother, let me tell you something. And I speak for a lot of guys that were at Rhode Island last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhode Island was an incredible event. It was a very successful event
Yep.
and great times and great memories.
Yep.
Uh, they all said the one thing that's truly memorable of that weekend
Uh-huh.
was meeting you. That a young man who shares the passion that we old timers have, at such a young age, and your knowledge and everything, you made all of our days, right, Matt? You said it. I think you said it first and said it best.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the season for me, and it's still the highlight of my barbecue career. Is being able to meet Braden when his mom called that Saturday morning. Man, it was like, yeah, bring him on down, and to see his face when he met Carlos for the first time,
Hmm.
it was incredible. It was
I was
just,
cutting onions, and I'm pretty sure I was cutting onions for the chicken. That's what it was, right?
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
the seasonal allergies were
No, it was
very
bad,
high
man.
that
Yeah,
weekend.
like even
Terrible.
right now, it's pretty bad. Just even just thinking about it, like you mentioned, Matt. I mean, Johnny is like his knowledge. Like I was not expecting him to know who I was, and then he mentioned it, and he
Yeah.
just got so excited, and then also mentioned Bill Purvis, and he got even more. Just I was like, oh man. So it definitely, like I said, man, it was one of the best highlights of my barbecue career, and you know, and then when Johnny told me that he's gonna be there, you know, I can't. Oh, that's gonna be even better.
Yeah. We're all looking forward to it. And you're coming in doing all three. So we're doing chicken wings this weekend.
Yep.
Now we have been obviously we've been talking every day pretty
Every
much,
day.
and we're
Yep.
working recipes, and you're sending me some videos. So were you able to practice cook? So thinking about possibly doing.
I couldn't hear. Sorry, I couldn't hear. Finish that. You're cutting out
That's
again.
all right.
He's breaking up a little bit. So the question was, have you been practicing for your kids cook? Are you doing any uh practice run trying to get your flavor profile?
So the thing is, I have been trying to get to somebody's house who has a grill. Cause it's funny for me, knowing that I love barbecue and me not having a grill, that's crazy. But I did not have a grill, so we were trying to get to someone's house that didn't have that does have a grill, so we could practice. But unfortunately, it's not gonna work out. So I am gonna have to just fly by the seat of my pants, if you know what I mean.
All right,
Well,
hey, well, I'll be
when
there.
is the
So
kids cook?
fortunately for the CBA, the way that one works is you could have a little bit of assistance, and my
mhm.
daughter will be there too, and she's an ambassador, and she will help you out. Any questions, she would love to help you because she loves to cook too, and she does it all. So she does really good in pork chops, really good in steak, chicken wings, you name it, she did. You know, at the American Royal, she came in second place, so
No,
she could
I,
definitely help you out.
alrighty, I'll talk to her. I'll be ready.
Yep.
Yep.
Is she coming to Vermont?
No, she's not. Only because my sister is having a baby shower and she's gonna stay in New York, but she will be in Rhode Island and she will help you out. So don't worry about Rhode Island. She can help you there, but I can
Um,
help you out
Yeah.
for
That's
And
what I was
Vermont.
gonna say. When is kids cook in Vermont?
Sa- Saturday
Saturday,
turn in
Okay.
is, I believe, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
So
Yep.
Matt, or you guys, as
Mhm.
far as the rules of the kids queue, I hadn't seen anything, so I might have missed it. Is there anything against a quick practice cook, let's say in the
Early
morning,
morning.
earlier in the day?
I don't see why not. It's
Nope,
just
No,
there's
why not?
barbecue.
definitely yep. Nope.
Hmm. Because I just happened to buy a 40-pound case of chicken wings. So I think we have a few extra to spare.
Yeah, I think you'll have a
So
couple.
so
Yep.
we Braden, what do you think about doing a practice run for lunch?
all right.
All right. All right. It's
Yep,
on.
sir. And
We'll get
I should be there right at lunchtime because I'm driving
okay.
up from New York City on Saturday. So I should be there right around lunchtime to help you out for that practice run and for that. So it'll be exciting.
Then Braden, we
Yeah,
got
for
another
sure.
message. Thank
All
you
right.
all so much. What a special group, Braden's grandma.
Hmm.
Is this Grandma Joan that you
Yes, it is.
introduced me to the other weekend in the email?
Yes, it is, Grandma. I love you.
Oh,
I I I can't believe I'm actually on an actual podcast, but let's do this. I am ready.
let's go.
Yeah. So
But
Braden, I go ahead. Go ahead, bud.
I'm gonna be real quick. It's just gonna be a couple seconds. I'll be right back, and I will come back.
Yeah.
So just catch me up a little bit on what you guys already talk about. I'll be like 2 seconds.
All right.
Oh, buddy, what's up? Oh, guys, it is,
Mhm.
buddy. The sinuses are gonna
Dude, I'm
kick
telling you,
up
it's rough
Mhm.
already.
when you meet him.
Yeah, yeah,
When you
yeah.
meet him on Saturday,
Hey,
he is.
what's his if you can find out what his living situation is as far as what kind of barbecue pit can he have at his house?
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say that same thing.
I
We
I
we
can make
uh
something work while
oh
we're
yeah,
up there.
us Texas boys, we can make some
Yeah.
we make something happen real quick. So I know he's not
Well, he
listening, but
will have a pit
we'll
by the time I leave up there. I guarantee
yeah.
you.
Oh yes. We'll talk to mom and he'll have something to
Yeah,
cook with.
if y'all get a hold to the
Hmm.
elders of the situation and
Hmm.
find out whether a drum or maybe a pellet smoker or vertical or
Hmm.
anything down to a PK. I don't know.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
can find him something.
Hey
You know,
mom, hey Miss
Yeah.
Jessica.
Jessica Howard.
Hmm.
Here you go. Jessica, it's going to
Jessica,
be
reach
a
out.
pleasure to see you on Saturday. And yeah,
Hmm.
we'll see what we can do, and we'll get something done.
Yep.
Absolutely, we are looking forward to this so much.
Hmm.
Because you do. He is all the kids who show interest
Hmm.
because what we do is very niche. And to have the youth get involved, show passion, want to learn. It's you know
Yeah.
the future's in good
Well, I
hands.
mean,
You
It
know what
is.
I
it's
Yeah,
mean?
our
that's
job
true.
to take care of them too.
Yep.
If we
And my
don't, like
bad.
I said, you don't know. Man, you see kids all the time. Nobody wants to take them.
Hmm.
It's our job to take them under our wings, man. And if we don't, man, you don't know
Hmm.
what road they'll go down. All it takes is somebody showing interest in the wrong thing, and it's a long road.
Hmm.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But all right, Braden, hang on a second. We're gonna move back around a little bit, and
All right.
if you have any questions, jump in and ask. Buddy, Matt, or Carlos. And
In the chat,
there's Dad.
Dad.
Thank you so much. Awesome, you Kyle.
Johnny,
Our
there we go.
pleasure, brother.
Hmm.
He is bringing the pleasure to us, my friend.
Yes.
And gonna be great to catch up with you again too. Um, it's Vermont.
You're out, Johnny.
Yeah,
Why?
Johnny, you're cutting out again, brother. That's that what he has up there? What kind of Wi-Fi? You don't got Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi
Boost
up there.
Mobile.
No
He
Wi-Fi,
got
or
Boost
What?
Mobile.
that's that Boost Mobile up there.
Yeah.
He needs to get a sponsor to
Can
get him some
anybody hear
Starlink
me?
up there.
Now we
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the rotational gravitational pull of the Earth right now.
Yep, yep. So let's
Yeah.
work this real quick.
There we go.
What is getting into you guys' heads to make the Texas boys come up to Vermont to cook
The
barbecue out of all the places?
the 50-50 helps, but why not?
Yep. Man, that's it right there. It's like the reason I'm going, it's a 2 for 1 for me. I live in New York City, and it's time for me to go up and visit my family. And once it posted, I was talking with Matt. I'm like, man, if you're gonna do cook-offs, do them back-to-back weekends. That way, if people do travel, they could take a week of vacation, go up there, do one cook-off. Not used to the Sunday cook-off, but it's all right.
Yeah. I told Rico that earlier. I said, man, this
Yeah,
whole me flying in
yeah,
on Friday and then I have to hold my meat for a day. I said, we
yeah,
drive in late on Friday nights and we're cooking 12
yeah,
hours
we're
after we
cooking.
show up to a comp, not
Yeah,
not
but
not
it's
36
good
hours.
too. Yeah, it's good. I mean, we also get to relax a little bit. We always on the go, so I mean, it has you know the pros to it. So man, I just want to go up, and I mean, there is a cook off from my house about an hour, 10, 15 minutes from my house. The Quail cook off. That's a huge one. I
Mhm.
did pretty good on it last year here. Man, but I just want to get up north, get away from this heat. It's oof, this heat is brutal. And
Yeah.
it ain't fun. So I was like, man, let me just go. I mean, shoot, we got Buddy going. We got Rob, myself. I mean,
Dustin.
we still got four Texas teams
Yeah.
going up there. You know, we still cooking against each other. So,
It's
and to
just
meet new
another
people.
weekend to us.
Yeah, another weekend. You know, it's just something to enjoy. You know, we love to spread the the joy. You know, just go out and have a good time.
Dude,
Yeah.
trying to make CBAs bigger up there, dude. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, trying to show them what we have to offer. Um,
definitely. Hmm.
change things up a little bit. It'll definitely. We're definitely the little guys going up there.
Oh yeah.
Y'all are more KCBS up there. What we can run down
Hmm.
here is not going to be what we can run up there. At least for me, I've never done a KCBS, so when
Hmm.
it comes, and I know it's a CBA competition, but I would feel it's going to be more KCBS judges. I would think, the way I'm thinking about it. So
Hmm.
it's a lot to think about, man. It's something different, you know. I've been running pretty hard lately, so going up and doing something different, breaking it up, instead of getting to a comp and then, we have our set time. So we go up there, it's a whole different day, different judges, different people, different flavor
Hmm.
profiles. Change it up, see if we can get lucky, you know.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, uh, I'm buddy. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person and dapping up, and we'll have a cold beverage or two throughout the
Oh yeah.
weekend, and it's just going to
Hmm.
be a wonderful time. Now, are you guys used to? Because I know up here we're not. This Matt, and you could probably answer a little bit better than I can. This might be the first contest we have that actually on the day of the contest the public will be there and in droves, right?
Nice.
Yeah. It's a 2-day public festival. They're expecting a couple thousand people to come through on Saturday, especially, but they'll be there on Sunday as well. So it's definitely going to be an experience, especially up here. It doesn't happen very often up here, but they want to come and see the show really and see what we
Hmm.
do on a week in and week out basis. Things that they only see on TV,
For sure.
pretty much, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're not, none of us are famous, well, except for Robert, maybe. Other than that,
Braylon is. Come on now.
well,
Don't take that
Braden,
away from
Braden
him.
is, Braden
Don't take that
is,
away. Yeah, don't take that away from him.
Robert
Yeah.
and
Braden
Braden,
is.
one
That's
and
all we
one
need.
A for sure,
That's
for
right.
sure.
We'll set up an autograph booth with the two of them. They can take pictures, sign autographs.
There you go, there you go.
Yeah.
So Matt, I got a question from you from our boy Rico. Which one of you is working harder on all of this whole CBA
Oh, here we
situation?
go. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Poke that hornet nest.
Yep.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, buddy. Not touching
Yeah.
that at all.
Yeah.
Rico's
Yeah.
been busting his ass. He had to go down to Texas and work with you guys for a
Yep.
weekend. And he had a blast and he's excited and
Yep.
he's been working his ass off. I appreciate it. He never says no when I ask him to do anything for me.
Dude, that
No matter
man, that
what, no
man
matter.
has went above and beyond to get what at least what I need. That's been my go-to contact.
Yeah.
That actually
Yeah,
the competition that Rico came down here for was my first GC.
That was your GC. That's right. Yep. It sure
Yep.
was.
yeah,
So
At the
Rico was
yeah,
here
barbecue
for my
store.
GC.
That's
I
awesome, man.
yeah.
Um,
He's been busting his ass. And like I said, he never says no. And we talk a dozen times a day. Hey, I need this for Buddy, or hey, I need this for
Hmm.
this guy, or I need this for that guy. Can we find this? Can we find that?
Hmm.
My trailer is packed to the brim. I can't even see one side to the other. It's packed with so much stuff.
Nice.
So everybody's covered, and that's what we're all about up here. It's the
Now wait,
same hospitality I got when I went to Texas.
yeah. Now wait a
no, for
minute.
sure.
Now wait a minute, Matt.
Yes.
You're finding out what everybody needs and everything. Why haven't I had that question, Mags, Johnny? What do you need? We all
You
know
gave your
I'm a fan
we
of
filled
Little
your
Debbie
need.
cookies.
We filled your need. We got you Braden. He's the ringer.
Hmm.
That's
what do
right.
you need,
Nice.
Don't let
Johnny?
anybody
I got
know.
you.
There you go. Braden got us. Mm. Hey,
Ah,
buddy, I got a question for you, bud. Hey, are you taking your meats up there?
Yeah, I'm flying with him on the plane. Me and Robert
Me
both.
too. Yep, I'm flying with
See, I
for
thought you were
both
shipping
weekends.
them. I heard you were shipping them.
Well, one of them I am, but
Got you.
for the Vermont, I'm taking my Vermont meats.
Okay.
Johnny and we going up there, so uh, I got I already sent them the picture of this behemoth. Man, this brisket is. I seen it at HEB, and I was like, yeah. I went to HEB to get like a gallon of milk, something
Yeah,
like this, and I was like, man, this thing with it's a good size.
that's
So I'm getting
good.
it to Johnny. Johnny will cook that. So Johnny and I, we're gonna cook together up there,
Oh, that'd
for
be
the
cool.
Vermont. Just teaming up, just like you mentioned, man, just showing my ways, give them little
Yeah,
tips. That's what I did last year to them. Just open
yep,
book. Just hey, this is what
Yes.
I do.
yeah,
So yeah, but
yep,
I got something up my sleeve though. So um,
yes, sir.
we'll see.
We're
we're
all
gonna
gonna try
have.
something different. We have
Yeah,
to up there.
actually,
It's
believe it or not, brother, last year I ran my same exact recipes, man. I didn't change not one rub, not one injection. I ran the same exact thing.
yeah.
And even though I had like a 10th place chicken, I had a fourth place brisket, but the brisket still cost me the GC because the way they up there, the point spread was weird. Chicken was one of the highest points that I seen.
Do
Brisket
what?
wasn't. Yeah, bro. Like it was crazy. Like my chicken was like a 193, 194 for 10th place. And then
Oh
like
wow.
for a fourth place brisket, I was like a 188, 187.
Oh yeah, that's usually 20th place. Done.
Yeah, so
Dang it.
Yeah.
that's what cost me the GC again, the brisket, that point spread. So man, I ran my same recipe.
I'm
I
I'm,
always
I'm
take
taking everything.
Nice.
Uh,
nice.
Puerto
Yeah, yep.
Rico. Puerto Rico looks like like I've been shipping him Amazon boxes.
Oh,
Uh,
oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Carlos, am I expecting any boxes?
No, I'm shipping it to my house. I'm gonna ship it to
Okay,
New York and just drive up there. Yep, everything is getting shipped to New York because my
okay.
sister wants some of the stuff. So uh
Gotcha, gotcha.
I'm gonna just take up everything that I need.
yeah, I'm taking
Yeah.
everything that I usually run.
Yeah.
I might leave some of the, let's say, the Ant Mafia stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Can
all
I get?
What you got, Braden?
add a little syrup and take a little
I
Ant
have a
out of it.
question
What you got?
for for Buddy because I know you said that I know you said that I know everybody, but somehow I don't know Buddy. So
Well, you're gonna get to know him real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet you on
yeah,
Friday or Saturday. I should
yeah,
be there late Friday afternoon.
um I might be there for the cooking. I'm not quite sure,
Well,
but
if not, I'll be there while you're cooking on Saturday. I'm sure Carlos will let me sit in and help you with them chicken wings for lunch. I'll probably have an appetite by then, so
Yes, we will.
you'll have to have somebody to try them to see
Yep.
if they're good.
Hmm.
and then so Buddy, how how um how many contests have you done?
Ooh, um, man, I can tell you if you give me just a minute. I want to say I've done. I want to say I've only done 7 CBAs this year and probably 3 or 4 IBCAs. So I would say 10 or 12 this year so far. Um,
Wow.
so it's been honestly, I'm blessed, man. That's for not cooking as long as some of these guys. I'm doing
Hmm.
pretty well. I'm sitting 20th overall in CBA right now. I know
That's
that
nice.
it's still early in the season, but
Oh yeah. No.
all the guys around me have 10 comps and I have 7. So it's
Yep.
um, hopefully we can keep it running. I told my wife when I bought that trailer. I said when I get this trailer, I'm going. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be an every weekend, every couple weekend type of
Oh,
deal.
yep. Oh, and he goes too. He passed me. We was going what? He passed me. We was going to a
And
comp.
McFadden.
Same
Oh, he's running, baby.
McFadden. Oh,
We
he
that
was
train that
moving.
trailer will go just as fast as that truck will. I promise.
Oh, and he was moving. And however, I just got those new tires, so I was swearing pretty bad, and man, he was moving. I was like, man, this guy's. I seen him like he was a cop just when he done passed me and made where he had to go. But that was a good comp too, you know.
Dude,
So
that was a fun
Yep.
comp right there. I
it,
had
it
a good
definitely
time
was,
there,
man.
man.
Yep.
That was good.
Yep.
Nice.
I actually have a question for everybody, including you, Johnny. I feel like it's a question that I haven't really heard most of you guys. What is you guys' barbecue Mount Rushmore?
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh gosh.
Oh, here
Oh,
we go.
Yeah.
That man, that whistle going on the
oh,
show.
He took it
Oh,
for.
baby.
yeah.
Hey,
And
Oh
we
Pepper,
Wow.
why
know
don't
who
you
he
go
listens
first?
to on
we
Wednesday
know who
night.
we know what show. Hey,
Yep,
I will say this before we get into that. He did an intro for that show, and
he
it
did.
made
I saw
me.
you.
Yep, right next to us, man. And bro, who you want, man? I couldn't even hold it together. So that was an awesome,
Yeah.
awesome intro that you did, Braylon. So,
It haven't gone on the show yet.
oh, we gotta. And you know what?
Hey, you gotta produce a tie.
He broke up.
Yeah, we need to get on producer
Yeah,
Ty, Rob,
I'll send it.
Eddie,
Nope,
all of them.
I'll send it to producer Ty. I'm gonna see if he could get it on this weekend, man, because it's a long time coming. It should have been on already, you know. But I talked to Rob this past weekend about you, and you know, he sends his eyes and everything else.
Uh,
All right, Bobby, buddy, I'll let you go first.
Hey, I'm gonna touch on some. I don't know if y'all saw in the comments. Stephen Pfeiffer said I'm gonna take Buddy's extra chicken up there.
Uh-huh.
It's in the Facebook comments. So in McFadden, Pepper, he got us, man. He likes chicken.
Yeah.
And we'll just leave it at that. Pepper did good in chicken in McFadden.
Oh yeah. He did.
He did real good. You know,
Yeah.
I did good too. Pepper did real good.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. Mount Rushmore, man, that's hard for sure. Man, Robert and Dustin, I know I named them guys earlier.
yep.
Uh, they've been my go-to fellows, man, for questions. Another guy, honestly, that took me under his wing right away, man. I went to Cuero for the Battle of the Champions back in December. I had done like two CBAs in my whole life, and I was like, oh, I'll go down there and cook. That was the dumbest decision I've ever made in barbecue. I think the top 15 out of the top 25 guys in CBA were there that weekend
Oh yeah,
chasing
they were.
punks.
They were.
And then there's Buddy. Um, I met all those guys, and I told them, I was like, I don't have no business here. Man, I got dead ass last place by like a long shot. And they gave me an envelope with a donkey on it. And I got $100 for getting dead ass last. And there was a lot of the guys that are
That's
now
not
pretty
good.
good buddies of mine. And man, they were mad that I got paid more than they did for getting dead ass last. But man, at that competition, Carl Davis came to me as soon as I got there, and I think he could just tell. He didn't
Hmm.
know who I was, never seen me before. But Carl's he hasn't been doing it that long. I think he's right at 100 cooks, but he cooks every
Hmm.
weekend.
Hmm.
Um, I think for the
Mm.
last 2 years. So he hasn't been doing it just a whole long time. But man, he took me under his wing. So that's three of them.
You have First Sight Barbecue, the barbecue store that, and then you have
Carl
uh
Davis.
Carl
He's the
Davis.
cast iron cookers.
Yep, I know.
Mr. Bean King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, we're back.
Hmm.
man, I'm trying to think who would be my fourth guy. Man, it had to be. Man, he don't cook a lot, but he does a lot for barbecue, and that's my boy Pepper. Uh,
Hmm.
Who is
Steven, man,
that?
that man does more behind the
Oh,
scenes for
Steven.
barbecue
Yeah.
than anybody I know. Man, him and his wife, man, they do a lot, and Pepper's helped me a lot, man. He's always at comps. If I got a question, he's like, man, do this, that. Shoot me. He always shoots me straight. So I'd have to say those guys, man. Robert, Dustin, Carl, and Steven.
Uh,
All right. Los, how about you?
Mm. So my first one is um it's a group of people because it's just the foundation, the Texas Chrome Foundation. Joey. It's man, I
yep.
want to put them all together because it's not just one person.
Mm-hmm.
That just that whole
Absolutely.
group of people, man. They really, and I represent them because I know what it's worth behind it. Joey Smith, Cassie, um, Brandon, Alma. Man, it's I'm gonna just put them all in like one. Because they mean a lot to me. Um, I'm pretty sure this person is on everybody's. Fred Robles, just the person that what the him as a person, and then obviously the barbecue stuff comes behind everything else. And I'm gonna go a little bit old school. Clarence Joseph.
Yep.
I took his barbecue class, and just listening to him, like you mentioned, man, just the knowledge that he gave us, all the accolades that he has, just a great person that Um, and the my last person, not many people know who he is, but I'm gonna put Danny Gomez up there from D&D Barbecue. So Danny
Uh-huh.
is the he no, not many. He used to cook a lot of IBCAs, but now he's really involved with his daughter, doing everything else. So Danny is the one who got me into barbecue. Um, he showed me the ropes. He took me under his wing. Um, what he did for me is, man, we was at a little fundraiser and I wanted to cook. I had the urge and he said, come on. And so he showed me just starting barbecue, what it is. I mean, I talk to him on a weekly basis just to, I'm always tagging him. He's always tagging me on some funny stuff on the videos. If you ever see some craziness, like, man, what the heck is this? That's who it is. Um, Great story. His dad was a army veteran, so he loved the veteran community. And man, he took me, like I said, he took me under his wing, and I got my first walk with him. We had like a first place brisket at Cowboys, and man, it was just something I will never forget. And I thank him all the time for that. So that's mine. The foundation, just because what they do for me and all the veterans. Uh, Fred Robles, uh, Clarence Joseph, and Danny Gomez.
Yep.
All right. All right, Matt.
Oh, my turn.
Your turn.
Well, one of them I'm going to put as a group, which for Johnny and I, at least I know Johnny and I, it's going to be the barbecue pitmasters, Tuffy, Myron, and all of those guys. Because without them, I wouldn't have got started at all. So we'll put them as one, as a group,
Yep.
and then we'll go with you know we'll have to put Fred Robles up there as well,
Hmm.
just for his barbecue, but just for the type of person he is as well, bringing all of us together.
Hmm.
Yep.
Um, and for us in New England, I have to put Bill Gillespie up there, smoking hogs. I've
Yeah.
taken his class. He's done a lot for me, improving my cooking abilities, and he's always there to answer
Hmm.
questions for us and things like that. Oh, one more, huh?
Yep.
That's a tough one.
See, because Robert Roche's is so much easy because now he's got the Mount Rushmore,
Yeah.
the gift shop, the gum
Oh,
machine,
I got
the
somebody I
barbecue
got somebody for the
homie.
gift shop. I got
Yeah.
somebody for the gift shop, but he's not on Mount Rushmore yet. He's in the gift shop at this point.
He's not good enough.
Who is
He's
it?
close. He's
Yeah.
close. He's close. Jesus. I mean,
Johnny
watching him cook
Mac.
in person, watching him cook in person the last few years, and what he's accomplished this year, I'd have to put Brad Leidinger up there.
There you
Hmm.
go.
You know,
That man's
Okay.
untouchable.
Yeah.
he's an incredible cook. I mean, just watching and no matter when you see him cook or when you watch him live in person cooking, it's the same thing, time day in and day out, regardless. He last time I saw him cook, we cooked in Connecticut in the snow, and he did not miss a beat.
The dude comes
And
all
I'm
the way
gonna
to New Mexico, all the way up there, and he hits everywhere, man.
Yep,
yeah,
he came to
it hits
Texas and won
everywhere.
in Texas.
Yeah, it hits everywhere. Well, he won a KCBS in Texas.
Yep, a few, and not just one.
Yeah, but he has. We need to challenge him to see if he can actually win a CBA somewhere.
Yeah,
And I'm going to put Mr. Pfeiffer in the gift shop because he's done a lot for me and bringing the CBA to New England. Um,
nice.
for sure, definitely. And Johnny can park cars out in the lobby.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Hey, at least you're in the parking lot.
You're
Yeah.
in the parking lot, Johnny.
On the premises. But Carlos, we're gonna have to hold Pfeffer down when he gets up there. His head gonna be so big, he
I
might
know,
float
man.
up there.
Because well, no, just get him some Kleenexes because I know I'm pretty sure he's
So
crying right now
you know,
listening to this. You know
yeah.
him. You know, he
You
just
let
sees
one of
one
us hit
person.
up there, it's gonna be waterworks everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
We won't need the rain.
But nah,
All
we
right.
don't need a rain. Yeah, we just get it from his tears. So
Yeah.
All right.
That's why we
I'm
love him
back.
though.
I'm back. You guys hear me?
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got you.
We
This
haven't
is
heard your Mount
driving me.
Rushmore yet, but we hear you.
I know. I'm gonna get there. All right. So seeing we're doing groups, that has saved my ass.
Yeah.
So I'm
Sorry.
gonna put in a group of my my YouTube crew. So that would be when I first got into it and started watching YouTube. It was Daddy Dutch,
Yep.
CJ,
Yeah.
Chef Johnny, uh, Clarence Joseph, Lep. The list goes on and on.
So YouTube.
Bill Purvis
Yeah.
is part of that also. That was actually when he was the chicken fried hunter
Oh.
Yeah.
before
Way
chicken
back.
fried barbecue came back, way back,
Yeah.
way back. So I got Bill Purvis in there too.
He's in my
The
gift shop.
YouTube crew, uh, Malcolm
Daddy
Reed,
Cook. Yeah.
Malcolm. Yep.
Malcolm Reed, also one of the very first YouTubers I saw, and got a lot of tips and everything when I was starting out from him. Malcolm Reed, and here we go with these two. My mom,
He's breaking
she's
up again.
Yeah, you're out of
Rushmore.
there, Johnny.
I think he's doing that on purpose because he don't want to say anybody hurt nobody's feelings. So
Yeah.
he's just, I think it was planned the whole entire time. How convenient, right?
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We don't hear you, brother.
I'll do it.
I'm putting Alonzo Cantu in my gift shop.
No, that's a good one, man. Shout out to Alonzo, man. He's one of them
Yeah.
that his heart is mom. It's just or like you mentioned earlier, buddy, man. One of the things that the barbecue family, that's what I'll call all of us, right?
Yeah.
Man, you say this about everybody. Man, that guy's so nice. That guy's so nice. That person is so nice. Man, if you go to anybody at any given time, hey, you got this. Yup, here it is, man. Or hey, you should be trying this. We try your food. Yeah, we might be a little jerks about it, just depending who we are.
Yeah.
The friendship, that bond. But we'll give you that honest feedback on um, what to do and what not to do. Just we want everybody to succeed, even though if you're beating us. As
That's
crazy as
it,
that
man.
is, I love to see,
Yeah.
everybody walk from 10th place all the way down to first place, and then people who don't walk, like, man, what happened? What's going on with your cook? Just try to help those people out for the next
For
one,
sure.
and one thing we know with barbecue is you could go from hero to zero and zero to hero real quick.
Man, I tell
So
you what, when I started,
mm,
and I say this because me and Robert live 10 minutes from
Am
each
I
other, but
back or am I still
everybody knows
lingering
Robert.
here?
You
yeah,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
you're
He's
back
the
on there.
he's the champion of all champions.
Uh-huh.
He's been there, done that. He's won it. He's got probably
Hmm.
got last place at it. But when I
Yeah,
started in barbecue, I was like, man, you can't touch that man. You know,
yeah.
like nobody can beat him. He wins everything. And then you start going to these comps, man, and you see the reason you hear of these guys that win so much is because they go so much.
Yeah.
How long has Robert been sitting on 5 GCs? He's been trying to get the
Man,
last 2. I was with him in Humble when he got the 5th one. I got
yeah,
3rd overall in Humble.
yeah. That's
That was
what
in February,
January.
January, yeah, whenever it was.
Yeah, January.
So I
Shout out to
mean,
me.
but to watch him, to cook with him almost every weekend since then,
Yeah,
man, like McFadden, shit just didn't go his way. It went.
yeah.
It all we did was me and him swapped, on days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the group together we GC'd and RGC'd for both days combined, but that didn't do us any good.
No.
But man, to watch, to like you said, to watch him hustle
Mm-hmm.
and just man give it everything he got, and like you said, like Johnny said, new motors.
Yeah.
We make a joke of putting a new carburetor on it. We didn't give it a new motor. We just tweaked the carburetor a little bit.
Yep.
That kind of thing. But he could be going for his GC, and I can walk in his trailer and be like, "Hey man, you got this."
Yep.
And he knows what I'm using it for. And he
Yep.
knows that I might beat him if I put that on whatever I'm using. And he'll be like, here you go.
100%.
Right
It
there.
happened to me this weekend, man. I left my probes to keep my thermometer, my probes. I said,
Yeah.
man, you got this? He said, here, and then gave it to me. And
Yeah.
you're right. I need that to run so I can monitor my brisket. And he sure you're right about that, man.
Yeah.
And that's almost everybody who I know, man. I'm like, hey, you got this, and
Yeah.
they'll lend it out. So
And man, I'll tell you what,
yeah.
I was not like that before barbecue. Like if I was trying to
Oh,
win, man,
yep.
I'll give you something that might not make or break you. But like
Hmm.
you just said, you asked me for a probe before I
Yeah.
started barbecuing, I'd be like, no, that's your own
Yeah.
dumbass fault for not
Yep.
remembering your
Yep.
probe,
Yep.
Like
Hmm.
you're not finna beat me because you're irresponsible.
Yep.
But now anybody like hell McFadden on the first day, I went and borrowed 2 deals of bone broth from Robert. And
Yep.
by the end of the day, I think I gave him trash bags, Ziploc bag. I mean, it was a list of stuff. And a
Something
couple other
not to
guys
win.
came into my
Yeah.
trailer, asking me for this and that, and I have it all. I had everything but bone broth.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm giving it all out. And Dustin showed up to cook Sunday, and I walked over to Dustin. I was like, "Man, you need to go tell all these cooks thank you." He's like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking?" Me and Dustin got a pretty good relationship, and he's like, "Man, what are you talking about?" In other words, and I said, "Man, well, come Monday, I'll have to be back in the store, restocking my
Buy
trailer."
everything is trailer. Yep.
And I was like, well, I gotta. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, I gotta buy everything that I just gave out to everybody because I know I'm not getting none of it back. I said, so
Mhm.
I said, you go tell them thank you for my next receipt in your store. We can
Mhm.
give each other a hard time, but man, I do it every time. You know.
Yep.
No,
Figure-
absolutely.
And the
So,
reason we do it like that is because there's going to be a time that you need it. And
For
if you
sure.
keep on being that no person, when you need it, somebody's going to tell you no.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, man, if I would have just gave it out, so.
All right. So, do I sound all right?
Yep,
Now
finally.
for the next 30
Finally.
seconds,
Yeah.
All right. So, let me get this done.
Say it
The
you got
fast.
YouTube,
Malcolm Reed and your mama. That's what you got so far.
Yeah.
the YouTube crew,
Yep.
Malcolm Reed, my mom,
Amen.
for all the years sitting there watching her do her thing in the kitchen, is where,
Hmm.
I got my passion from cooking. So she's on it. And then my fourth is also another no brainer, uh, Mrs. Maggs,
There you
for,
go.
for her support in me getting into this incredible world, surprising me a couple years back with my custom pit from Backline.
Hey,
Got
yeah.
ordering that and getting that rolling, and just supporting me through the past 7-8 years of doing the show competitions. So yeah, Mrs. Maggs is on to Mount Rushmore. Mom, Malcolm, and my YouTube originals.
Who's in the
Man,
So
gift
Yeah.
shop?
I think that list is just so you won't hurt nobody's feelings, bro.
That's
But it's fine.
exactly what that is. One is
Bro,
to
that
stay
is
out of the doghouse.
yeah,
One is
bro.
for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving dinner. The other 2 is
yeah,
for subscribers. Yeah.
yeah. It's all right,
See that?
man.
hey,
It's cool. Hey, Braylon, I got a question for
you
you.
know the old saying, "Mom
That's
didn't
Yeah.
raise no dummies."
Yeah.
that's right.
Go ahead,
If you could,
Carlos.
if Braylon, if you could meet somebody, who would it be?
Meet anybody?
Anybody.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Barbecue or
Ooh,
not?
barbecue or not?
Oh, okay. So I just went to Gordon Ramsay's a little while
Oh,
ago, Hell's
oh,
Kitchen. So I want to meet the man, the myth, the legend, Gordon Ramsay.
no,
There you
that
go.
boy. Hey,
All right,
Absolutely.
now what
that,
about
bro.
barbecue?
And for barbecue, hold on, for barbecue, I really want to meet, because Johnny, I've met you, so I want to meet the other person I've been emailing, Daddy Dutch.
There you
Nice.
go.
That's a good one. Believe
Hey,
it or
Braylon, I
not,
got a question for you.
Me?
Yep.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite? What if you could pick one barbecue pit? Which one would it be?
mm,
Well, I said I don't have a barbecue pit. I said I don't have a lot of stuff, but if I could pick one, it would have to be the Lone Star Grilled 24 by 48 horizontal offset with the warming oven on the back.
Look at that
dang,
man knows.
that man knows.
Wow.
That man
Damn.
knows. The cool thing
That's
is I think those are built right down the road from us, Carlos, if I'm
yeah,
not
it
mistaken.
is. It is. Yep, they are.
That's
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool right
awesome.
there.
That is awesome. Yes, sir.
That's a man who knows what he
That's
wants.
it.
That's a
That's for
man. That's
sure.
really nuts.
Yeah. I do have a question for all you guys. How many autos to the jack are you guys sitting on?
I have one bung to the jack
Right now,
for
I
this
have
year.
two. This year, I have two. Um, so I'm fortunate enough for that. So I this year I haven't cooked as much as I did last year. Last year I was cooking a lot. This year I promised the family, my wife, that I only do one a month, and here it is June. I'm doing two. So I broke that one, right? But
Like I tell
I'm
my
with
wife,
family.
life happens fast. You better hold on.
That's right. So, yep, I have two this year, and fortunately, hopefully, if I'm fortunate enough, we'll get one this weekend or next weekend.
Well, the great news is one of these competitions is a 50-50, and one of them is an automatic.
There
Yes,
we
sir.
go. Two of them is
Yep.
automatics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rhode Island this weekend is a 50-50.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Rhode Island next weekend is an automatic. Then New Hampshire at the end of the July is an
Mhm.
automatic. So we got two automatics in the 50.
Oh no, they took
And
away.
I gotta go inside. The mosquitoes are starting to
huh?
eat me up. So,
Johnny, you're out of there again, bud.
Johnny, you lose. We lost you again.
yep, his phone
Yeah,
keeps it's that
Braden,
boost mode.
here's the way it goes for this jack year. We have a 50-50 in Vermont. We have an auto in Rhode Island. We actually have a 50-50 in your hometown of Fall River, Massachusetts coming up as well, and an auto in New Hampshire to
Oh
end
man,
the jack qualifying year.
That's crazy.
man, hey buddy, we should move up north, man.
Hey, you know what's funny, Carlos? I was talking to some people. Everybody's picking at me for going way up there to barbecue
Yes.
when we got
Yeah.
so many comps down here. And I said, man, it's funny. We're all landing in Boston. I think it's like a 3 hour ride from Boston to
Uh-huh.
Rutland.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I said, man, I can't even get from my house to Dallas in 3 hours.
Listen, I have
And
said
we're in
that
the
plenty of
same
times,
state. Like
and
I
I
take two highways to get to Dallas, and I can't get there in 3 hours.
yep, I say the same thing all the
Huh?
time. From my house to Vermont, it's actually in New York, obviously. It's closer than me from my house to like when I cooked in Paris, Texas one time, or Dallas or
Yeah,
Weatherford when I drive up there. You're right. The drives, yeah,
yeah.
it's
It's like
crazy.
like
So,
Fort Davis, for instance. Some of them guys that went from Houston to Fort
oh yeah,
Davis.
yeah,
It's like
that was
9 hours,
ridiculous.
I think, or
Yeah,
something.
in the same
Yep.
state.
Yeah, in the same state. We could drive across 32 of y'all states up there. And we're all in
We're,
we're in the
we're pretty
same one.
lucky. We're pretty lucky up here in New England. We can do, I think this year we have 16 contests within 4 hours.
That's
And
ridiculous, bro.
it's funny you say you to put it into perspective. I'm sure y'all know this, but if you look, there's some weekends, and I can't remember the exact weekend it was, but not that long ago, between CBA and IBCA together, there was like 14 contests in one weekend.
One weekend. Yep.
Wow.
One weekend, all
Yep.
within like an 8-hour circle of each other.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Look at the man. The man, there he is.
There he
Hulk
Oh,
is,
Hogan.
Dustin,
You're muted, Dustin.
and he's muted.
What about now?
there
Yeah.
you go.
Now we got you.
What's up from Texas?
What's up?
The Texans are coming.
Hey, we're
Actually,
coming. Hey, we're coming, and we're bringing Texas with us.
hey, so this is how big I'm gonna just from me to where Buddy's at, it's probably further than what you and Matt is right now, and we're in the same state. Yep. How
Dang.
far y'all apart? You
For
and
me and Matt,
yeah.
3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, about 3 hours.
It takes me almost 3 hours to get to Hempstead.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 hours, and we're in
That's a
two
short
separate
drive.
states.
Yep. Just to go to Hempstead, myself and because when you said you was at Buddy, you
Brenham, right between
oh right,
Houston
yeah,
and
right down the
Austin.
road. Yep. So the
Yeah,
same
I'm 20
exactly.
minutes from Hempstead.
Yep. The same. We are the same distance
Yeah.
or further.
Nice, nice.
What did I miss here on this been in a meeting? I just got out, going
You
home to
you've
prep.
missed
We need
you've
your Mount
missed my
Rushmore.
we need your Mount Rushmore, and you've missed my terrible internet signal to this evening.
Braden asked for everybody's Mount Rushmore a little earlier. We just got
Yeah.
done with it right before you got on.
So if you were to throw
Hell,
out a Mount Rushmore for you,
that's a bouncing route much more with me. Yeah, it's a bouncing one for me. I have a lot of people on my Mount Rushmore. We need to add more heads.
we'll just get a bigger mountain. Let's
We there?
Yeah.
So, buddy, I also asked all the boys earlier, um, what is, what made you decide to come on up and cook up this way and to come, from Texas to Vermont? You can't get much further northeast than Vermont.
Well, let's start. The 50-50 helps. That's kind of a booster. Um, Stephen Pfeiffer won't leave you alone if you tell him that you might be interested.
Yep.
Uh, the weather, a break in the weather, being that I own a water well company.
Hmm.
Uh, we're out in this great Texas weather all the time. Um, and man, just doing something different. We cook the same thing week in and week out. Here, go up there. Maybe have to change some flavor profiles, meet new people, see what they like. Learn something different about barbecue instead of the same thing you see every weekend. Um,
I'll be right back again. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay,
all right,
bud.
and I'm bringing my wife up there with me, so we have a 3-year-old, but we're gonna leave him with the grandparents, and we're gonna kind of use it as our little weekend getaway. But it's just like any other weekend. Our getaways are our barbecue contest. But this one's a little bit, being that the comp's not till Sunday. We'll have Friday evening. I think we're gonna get the rental car in Boston and maybe drive around for a little bit in Boston before we drive over to Rutland. Um, maybe go get some dinner or something. I don't know. And then all day Saturday, get set up and just kind of look around, man. We've never been up there. Um, we've been to New York in
Yeah,
high
it's a whole
school. I
different
think my
experience
wife
from
had
what we're
been.
used to.
Um, so we're gonna go up there and just something new, see some different land.
Yeah, it's a different
Absolutely.
experience than what we're used to down here in Texas, where it's so damn hot all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we were looking, I think the highest of the weekend is going to be 80.
And that's what our lows are.
Yeah.
Yes. In the morning.
Yeah, we wake up with that in 125% humidity.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
just
keep that.
keep that stuff down there. Don't bring that shit with you.
Mhm.
We won't. I promise you. We're getting away
Yep.
from it.
Yep.
You know, the hardest part about the whole deal, and I've been thinking about it a lot, is that, you know, you go cook, and I mean, if you got a trailer like I got, or Buddy's got, or Robert's got, any of us guys, Carlos, man, we got all of our stuff. Like, man, we don't have camper trailers to go camp. We have camper trailers to go cook. And so everything you need is
Yes.
in there from
Yeah.
your spatula to your underwear. It's there ready to roll.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
you know, trying to figure out, do I have everything in in my suitcase or in my box. Man, we've been blessed with Rico, man, letting us ship stuff to his house. But just to make sure we got everything, you know, because once you get started, you're like planning through your head, okay, what all do I need to prep brisket and
Hmm.
ribs and chicken? So, man, I hope like hell, either I have it, Buddy has it, Robert has it, Carlos has it, like somebody has it.
Hmm.
Now, I don't quite know, but I heard rumor mill Carl Davis is flying up there. What the fuck?
Man, I
Have y'all
heard he
heard
told
that?
me he's taking a private flight up there. He said he got a fella that will fly him up there and he'll buy everything when he gets there.
Hmm.
Well,
He
good
told
thing
my
he
wife
good,
that he was leaving Cuero. I mean,
That's what he told me. That's what he told me in McFadden.
Hmm.
well, make
he
sure
told my
Kyle
wife today
knows.
he was leaving Cuero and flying.
Yeah, he said the guy's supposed to pick him up in Quay at like a municipal airport somewhere right there and flying him straight up there.
Right.
Well, make sure he knows that sign-ups are good up till what was it, 6 o'clock Friday evening, Matt?
Yeah, but we can make Rico work a little harder, and if somebody decides they want to fly
Yeah.
in to Rutland, Vermont,
Hmm.
they can have that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, he'll be leaving
I,
Cuero. Man, he'll be leaving Cuero in Texas. So that's a good trip.
I would say this: don't drink his moonshine.
Don't,
No.
No, don't,
don't,
Nope.
don't, don't
and
do
don't let
it.
him have no
Okay.
sunflower overalls by you.
Yes.
So now
Yes.
back where I was going with that is like making sure we got everything right. So
Hmm.
proteins, man, I'll be done tonight. Proteins are all going to be frozen, ready to roll. Man, I'm gonna pack my suitcase tomorrow night, and literally, it's just gathering all the utensils that I think I need. Man, we've been truly blessed with the hospitality from you guys, making sure y'all got
Hmm.
us pits. Because, honest to God, if you know how to cook barbecue, I can cook it on anything.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, I've been around this game for a long time. I started when I was 5 years old. I started competing when I was 15, and I've watched the game change so many different times. I've been cooking barbecue competitively for a little over 38 years, so it's a long time. Starting at 15 years old and learning how to do it. But like I said, I can cook on anything as long as I know what my timelines are. I can work all that out. But the hospitality that you guys got to make sure we have
Hmm.
the equipment up there and tents and tables and pits, man,
No,
that's
for sure.
like that's like Texas type of hospitality. Like y'all are kind of becoming Texans already because that's what we do
Yeah.
here. We just open our arms, man. Just ask Rico
Hmm.
when he came down to Texas and hung out with us at the barbecue store. Man, it was open arms to him, and I don't think that kid wanted to leave. I think he kind of wanted to stay in Texas for a little while, but that's just what we're going to bring y'all. We're going to bring y'all a little bit of hospitality from Texas, and we're going to come down there and man, we're going to try to take the opportunity to go to the Jack, straight on up
Ab-
and represent.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's what
Absolutely.
it's all about.
Hmm.
Every time I went, I've been in Texas, in like you said, the hospitality is fantastic, and getting to my couple times down at Houston Livestock, you know, running into everybody, it's like we've known each other for years.
Hmm.
The hospitality, the friendships, the camaraderie, everybody's a friend after the first handshake, hands down. And yeah, I'd like to
Yeah,
think
well,
that
the key thing about
we
barbecue, that's what so barbecue is family, right? So family and
Yeah.
the friendships and the
Yep.
handshakes, that all goes hand in hand. So
Mhm. I will
yep.
say that Matt and his wife Heidi, they opened it up last year when I cooked up there. Man, I didn't need. They had everything that I needed. Like, and if they didn't, I made it work. Like you just said, Dustin, there was everything that I needed. I was like, man, I wasn't there asking. So the hospitality, it was just returned me up there too. Like I felt like I was cooking in my own setup. So everything. Uh, and I loved it. Him, his family. If it didn't, 16 Mesh was right there next to me, and the other people, man, I don't know who they were. That was right catty corner next to me. And same thing. Hey, you have this, and they let me a few things over there too. So
Yep.
it's everywhere. So the hospitality up in Rhode Island was just the same as I get it down here in Texas. So shout out to the Rhode Island people.
Hey, Dustin,
The
there's
cool
one
thing
thing
about
you
it,
did
I was thinking
forget
about
at the
this last
beginning of
night.
this.
Go ahead, buddy.
You forgot something. Oh, we forgot to tell you what happened at the beginning of the show is that you haven't signed up for the competition yet.
Me?
We found that out. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I better put my.
Rico put a
Oh,
comment out there to make sure you sign up.
Yeah. No, we're not saying who
is
said it or when they said it, but
there a form I need to fill out?
Rico says, ask Dustin if on the ask Dustin if on the podcast if he filled out the sign up form. So ask you on the podcast if you filled out the sign up form. Did you?
Oh, now it breaks up.
yeah.
Oh, he's getting out. It's Boost Mobile. Mhm.
He's in his little speed truck
Yeah, yeah. But there's if he at home in Hempstead, there's not that much good.
like a sawed off Hulk
Oh,
Hogan.
I got great service. I'm good. It ain't
Oh,
on me.
now yeah, no, no. Now it is.
Yeah,
Boost
I don't
Mobile.
know why
I'll get with
Rico's
Rico and
asking.
get figured out.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, I'll get with
Dan
Rico.
Lloyd, what's up, brother? Yeah, and Tim Rogers up to barbecue is saying, "Have fun landing in Rutland. It's an experience."
Mm. The
uh,
key thing I like, I was sitting there thinking about this last night is, you got, man, if Carl's coming, Carl, Steven, Robert, Buddy, myself, and Carlos, that's six dudes coming from Texas, right? And I was sitting there looking, is that, man, I'm no better than anybody else, but every one of those guys are part of my pro staff at my barbecue store. So like, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm taking some of the best. Guys have character to cook with. So for me, they're coming to up to Vermont to represent my company, my store. And man, I'm proud as being a barbecue supply company shipping globally, that we're going to get to go ahead and not only are we coming to Vermont to cook, we're some of the best cooks out there in Texas. So that's kind of like where I was sitting here thinking about last like kind of a cool experience. Like all six of us are all part of the same professional barbecue pro staff, which I think is pretty cool. So
Hmm.
I hang my hat on when we get done, especially if we get back to Texas.
Amen.
For sure.
absolutely, absolutely. But guys, it's not going to be long now. We're Monday
Hmm.
night, so we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is load in.
I have a,
So go
I
ahead,
have,
bud.
so, I, so what does it look like on a, cause I'm probably not gonna be there to hang out on Sunday with you guys, so what do you think Sunday will look like for you guys? And I won't be there.
We'll be down to business.
Mhm.
Alright.
Wait, you're
Full
not gonna be
concert.
there Sunday, or you will be there Sunday?
I might be there for the Rhode Island one on Sunday, but definitely not Vermont or New Hampshire.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So the Sunday is like when all the fun stuff happens, and when we start doing all the good cooking, and that's when the business picks up. That's when the friendship goes away just a little bit, but we
Just a
we we
tad.
still there, just a tad, because we all there trying to win it, um, and we just enjoying the moment.
Yeah, and will there be live streams of the awards so I can tune in?
I will be live. Actually, I think everybody on here always goes live. I know
Pretty
myself will go
much.
Yeah.
live. We
I'll be
all go
live.
live on here. So if you're friends with any of us, you will be able to see it. Because I go live, Dustin goes live, Johnny goes live, Matt goes live. I haven't seen Buddy go live, but
No, but I
um,
will for up there for
yep,
all my people back home.
back home. So we'll all
Yeah.
probably all of our phones will probably be lined up next to each other, and we'll all be live so everybody else can watch it. So yes, sir.
Yep. Yep.
Any of them be on YouTube? I don't have Facebook.
Mine will probably be on both because I'll use the show platform.
Yeah.
So I'll be
Yes.
live on Facebook and YouTube.
Nice.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, and then I do have another question, one more question, another question there, Carlos. Barbecue Church,
Yes. Eight
Oh
o'clock
yeah.
Sunday.
eight
I was
o'clock
gonna say that.
Sunday.
Yep, 8 o'clock on Sunday. On both. I changed it to 8 o'clock because a lot of people 7 o'clock is too early.
Mhm.
But then 8 o'clock, they're not doing anything until I usually right after I am done because it's only 10 to 15 minutes. But 7 o'clock, there's a lot of people who wake up at 6:30, and try to get a lot of stuff fired up. So I will be doing my barbecue church. If somebody has a verse that they want me to talk about, because a lot of the times when I talk about things, people send me a message, hey, can you talk about this?
Mhm.
If not, I have my message. I was looking at it earlier today. That's one of my preparations for my barbecue comps is actually barbecue church. I usually set that up first, then I do my the rest of my prep. That way I have that lined up. So, but I will be doing barbecue church 8 o'clock on Sunday, and it just depends on the location, either next to turning or at our camp, just depending,
Yep.
on how the things are set up.
We'll get a peek at that. But yep. So 8 o'clock
Mm,
Barbecue
mm,
Church,
hmm.
wonderful. Can't wait. Can't wait. But
Oh, I
guys,
got it. Let me ask Braylon one question. If you had a
alright.
walk-up song, what would your walk-up song would be?
I
he's
already
got
have
it.
one.
You
I
do.
already have
What?
a one. It is called "Can't Stop the Feeling" by Justin Timberlake.
Nice.
There
I
you
love it.
go.
And
Okay.
let me tell you the backstory real quick of
Yeah.
why I chose "Can't Stop the Feeling." So I so when people are walking up that stage, they can't stop the feelings. They are so
Mm,
excited. So I said, you know what? Because I literally can't stop. I probably won't be able to stop the feeling when I'm walking
mm.
up there. So I'm like, you know what? That you can't stop the feelings.
I
Hey,
love
Carlos,
that.
Carlos, what's my song?
I
What is
forget.
it?
What is it?
It's Justin Timberlake. Can't stop the feeling.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. It
It
is.
is.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. Yes, right.
It is.
Yeah,
Now that he
It
from
says
is.
it,
That's
it
Trolls.
right.
is.
From
Yeah,
Trolls, yeah. So
that's right. Yeah,
that's kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
cool.
that's
There it is.
awesome.
You're gonna
Wow.
have to be
Look at
watching,
that.
bud,
Two
because you're gonna
people.
hear your song played when I'm walking.
There it
Oh,
is.
here
So
we
it'll
go.
play. Okay.
Here we go.
Johnny, what is yours?
Mine is Stranglehold by Ted Nugent.
That
Nice.
fits.
How about
Hmm.
you, buddy?
Mine is Air Force Ones by Nelly.
What is it? Sorry.
Because at the beginning of the song it says "Big Boys" at the very beginning. So
Hmm.
they usually
Yeah.
cut it off by the time the real music starts. So it's pretty cool. It just says "Big Boys" the whole time I'm walking up there.
We're gonna tell
That's
Rico to keep
perfect.
playing the song for a little while.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, funny story. I got home today. My wife's like, "Hey, your Father's Day present arrived today." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And
Air Force
she-
Ones.
yep, custom
Nice.
made black and red because my trailer's red and black and red Air Force Ones, and on the back of them it says "Big Boys" on the back tag of them.
There
Winning.
you
They're
go.
they're pretty they're
Winning.
pretty cool
Nice.
looking.
Nice. Yep. And everybody, almost everybody knows mine is a big pun 100%. because one of the first things that they say is Puerto Rico. Obviously,
Yep.
I don't got my flag up here. It's in my bed. It's over there, but you know that's mine. And one of the things, man, I know we like hour and a half, but it's four of us, so we talk a lot. Five. I went to Ribs and Rita about 2 weeks ago, and I didn't know you could do this, but AI made a song. Clint, he made a song. He typed it in, and it's personalized to me. And I was like, man, only if I could get that on to be my walk-up song.
Oh
But
man,
you
that would
can't
be
because
cool.
it has to be on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is one of the coolest songs. I was like, man, it made me tear up because I mean, they talk about me, my wife, my kids, my faith, the service, everything, from New York. I was like, man, that's actually pretty cool. So shout out to Clint, Good Life Barbecue. He hooked me up with that one. So I have it.
Carlos,
It's on my
how did you
phone.
get down here from New York?
Oh, the service. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
I knew you
So I
served.
did.
I just didn't know if you just stayed down here, if you moved down
No,
here
yeah, yeah.
afterwards.
So I did 20 years in the Navy.
Yeah.
Um, my last duty station was here at San Antonio, so I was here from 2015 to 2020, and I retired out of here. I was in
Okay.
Jacksonville, Florida, Jacksonville, North Carolina. So I know a lot of people up in the area up there where they at because I was stationed in Groton, Connecticut, and I was stationed there for three
Okay.
years. So that's right up the road. So
Yep.
Gotcha.
go to the Foxwoods and play some bingo. That's a pretty cool date for you and the wife. I love bingo up there at the Foxwoods. Man, it's really cool. And then I got stationed here and I retired in 2020. I did my 20 years. So believe it or not, I've been retired for 5 years, you know. And now I'm working at the same job I did when I was in the Navy. Same exact job, same office. The only thing is I got a beard and I'm a little bit chubbier now. But other
Really?
than that, I'm in the same office doing the same stuff. So
That's cool.
enjoying it. So
That's cool.
yep. So
That's awesome.
that's how this New Yorker. So that's why one of the things, is on the song it says I'm from the Bronx too. So just stay to my roots, my Puerto Rican roots, my
Yeah.
Bronx, just that's why I either wear a Yankee hat, or a Puerto
All
Rico
right,
hat,
Shane.
one or the other,
I mean,
What a shame.
yeah.
Nice.
That's all right, Shane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, we went to Puerto
Oh,
Rico a couple years ago.
Best
Um,
experience you ever had.
dude, that's a cool place down there.
Yes, it is.
Uh, it don't take long, man. I think we went over the whole island.
Oh yeah,
We
three
were down there
hours.
for a week.
Yep, that's all you need.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Mhm.
nice. Nice. Well, gentlemen, I thank you. This has been fun building up the excitement, officially kicking off that comp week. And we are so excited that you guys are coming. We're so looking forward to having you up here.
He,
You
he
know,
breaks it.
home is yours, and they might again.
Yep.
Boost Mobile, you cutting out again.
Bro, he's killing it, man.
He's bad today.
It's bad,
Bad
bro.
today.
How you intro breaks up and your outro breaks up. So let me try to
Yeah.
help him out here. So it's been fun, y'all. We appreciate it. This is comp week. So man, safe travels for everyone who's going up there. Good luck to everyone, right? We're gonna have a good time. Braylon, man, I can't wait to meet you, help you out, have some of your chicken wings, and we're just gonna have a good time
Oh
up
yeah, for
there,
sure.
man.
Fun
Um,
fact, real quick.
all right. All right. Well, we're about to, I believe Johnny Mag is about to log off. So if you have any last words to say, go ahead and say them.
Fun fact, I've never had a chicken wing.
Never had a chicken. Oh, man. We're going to, all right.
Oh
You
We're
never
man.
had a
going to
chicken wing.
have a chicken wing. Oh, man. That's not a
Oh,
fun,
we're fixing that.
that's not a fun
Dustin,
fact,
load up some
buddy.
more sauces.
There you go.
Yeah,
Coming.
yeah. That's not a fun fact, buddy. But we'll take care of you, man. We're gonna have some good wings, but between all of us here, man, we could definitely have you, let you pick what seasonings you want, what sauces you want, help you season them up and fire them up in the grill, and we'll have a good time up there, buddy.
Alright,
For sure, man.
alright, alright.
Hmm.
100%. 100%.
Yep, Johnny's still lagging, buddy. Well, you're pretty bad.
Look.
Yep.
going on with
So,
that one, ain't it?
yeah, I close
Okay.
it. Yep, we got
Carlos,
you,
take
brother.
over. Close it out, brother.
Yeah, we'll close it out, brother. All right, man. So once again, Dustin, Buddy, Matt, Johnny, Braylon, thank y'all for being here. Man, the show was great. Went over a little bit, hour and a half, but great questions. Man, we looking forward to it. We all gonna be up there. I'm gonna be there Friday, Saturday. Looking forward to meeting everyone. Safe travels. Shout out to the sponsor who's sponsoring this. What's his name? Big
Uncle
Daddy
Steve
Sauce.
and
Yep.
Uncle Steve sponsors the show.
Yep.
Big Dog Sauce is sponsoring the
There
event.
you go. Yep. Shout out to
So
him.
it's a lot of moving parts to make this successful. So
There's,
I need
yep.
to thank everything and you guys for making the trip.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Man,
Thanks
excited
for
about
big
the
this.
shout
invite,
out
the
to Dustin
hospitality.
and them.
Oh,
Dustin
yep.
Barbecue Store, man, he's helping all of us.
Yep.
The
Oh, I don't
chopping
have my
block
shirt
for
on.
sure.
Yeah.
Picked up all my meats today from the chopping block. That's
Nice.
my two shout outs. Man, without them two guys, it'd be a little bit tougher go down the road.
A lot tougher, bro. So same with me. Man. I got Dustin, shout out. Thanks, Dustin. The foundation, Reggie Q. I know he sent you some stuff. He reached out. So,
Yes.
man, the list goes on and on for me, man. And I don't want to miss anybody, and I don't want to disrespect anybody. But Texas pepper jelly is one of mine. But it goes on and on. So shout out to everybody else. Johnny, shout out to you for having this all on here, man. We
Yeah,
love your
man, I
show. We
appreciate
love
it.
to wish you. We appreciate
Yeah,
it. Thanks for the
great
invite.
time.
And it looks
Um,
like I
no,
have some connection right now.
no, you don't, bro. You
No,
No.
don't.
no,
Goodbye,
You
no,
Johnny.
don't. You don't. Hey,
Hey,
no,
Johnny, go night night.
no.
go to
Oh,
sleep, bro.
good
Go
night,
boy, be
Johnny.
good.
Uh, yep. Let's log out. We'll try to finish. We'll close it out up there on Saturday. Like, hey, we're all here. This is the closeout. But
That's it.
that's it. Love you. Stay blessed. God bless
Goodbye.
everyone. Be safe.
Safe travels. We'll see y'all all Friday,
Safe
Saturday.
travel, everybody.
Yes,
Bye.
sir. Bye.